interview series of Brand India Women in Business. We bring the series of broadcasts as a flagship initiative by GCPIT, Global Council Promoting International Trade, and CIM SME, that's Confederation of Indian Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises, which all of us are associated with. We have a strong belief in the mission articulated by our founder and director, Santosh Ganesh, which is to empower, collaborate, innovate, and stand together as true human beings and not miss the human touch. My name is Kusum Kanwar, and I'm the State President, WEE Women Entrepreneur Enterprises, CIM SME. I'm the Global Ambassador for Diversity and Inclusion and Education for a Girl Child, GCPIT CIM SME. An educationist for over 30 years, Managing Director, KK Kids Learning Systems, founder and CEO, Arab Skills, Skill Training and Development School Stakeholders, National Core Committee member of Association for Primary Education and Research, Ambassador for Principals at Early Childhood Education, former K-12 principal, Billabong High International Schools, Millard in Santa Cruz and Mumbai, former head of corporate schools operations, that's Kangaroo Kids Education Limited, and it is an honor for me to introduce and welcome our esteemed Maharashtra Council member, CIM SME India, Ms. Deepti Joshi. She is the State Director, Diversity and Inclusion, Maharashtra. Deepti Joshi is a mindset and parenting coach, founder of Brain Matters, Pune, an engineer turned psychologist. She has worked in the IT, sales, and corporate communications and then ventured into psychology. Her venture, Brain Matters, has collaborated with a number of schools and helped thousands of students and parents by improving their performance. She is an independent DMIT consultant as well. So over to you, Ms. Deepti Joshi. If I can start with my first question to you, what inspired you for this concept for your business?
Thank you very much, Kusumji, for your wonderful introduction. Basically, there are many people who inspired me, but as they say, that you should first begin from home. So my mother, who is the strength of pillar for me and our family, is the core inspiration for one and all, whether it was family or whether it was for the society. She was an educationist as well as a socialist in our town. So from her, I learned that first you help yourself and help others to become successful and satisfied in life. Along with her, I learned many role models, read many books about many people, and the most important person I feel has inspired me is Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. He always used to say that you should always face the fear, and by facing the fear, you can definitely become the bestest version of yourself. So these two people definitely have shaped up the way I think and behave in my life.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Deepti. And as we were having a conversation, you also told me that you got the chance to learn how one's own health gets affected by the way they think. And, that's what inspired you to have this concept of your business. Coming to the next, question, what services do you provide, Deepti?
Basically, being a mindset coach, I help students, parents, adults, as well as people who want to become bestest version of themselves. So correcting the mindset helps you to gain whatever you want in your life. So achieve your goal through smart way rather than working hard. That's what my suggestion is to everyone, whosoever meets me.
Oh, great. Wonderful. So how do you advertise your business?
There are many things, but one of the things which I learned during this pandemic is networking with CIM SME people. And definitely CIM SME gave me a huge platform to network with people pan-India. And one of the best thing which has happened is I have collaborated with someone who is living in Chennai, and we work together and on a global platform. So it's not just we are working in India, but it is on a global level we have started working on. Yeah, and along with that, I have with digital mediums, I have reached more than 25,000 people through different webinars or going live on Facebook, which was the usual case of talking and conversing people. So I
Mhm.
was trying to help people understand how we feel and what we can do during the pandemic time. So it was what I would say, it was a blessing in disguise for me to reach more people and educate them about the mental health side of things, which is I'm passionate about.
Fantastic. Really a blessing in disguise. That's how we are all here in this platform also today. So, what do you attribute your success to?
Hard work, smart work, and definitely doing things when the time is required. So I always say you are never underprepared. You have to over prepare yourself, and then only excellence follows.
Fantastic. And as I was speaking to you, you did tell me about effective relationships, quality services, and that you're open to learning as well. So, what do you look for in an employee that's fitting your culture of services?
There are many facets to understanding people, and first one is being open. So person who is open to you and open to new ideas definitely will become a better employee, along with the effective communication styles and understanding and ready to learn new things, because the pace at which the world is going is very fast. So you have to adapt with the environment as soon as possible.
Fantastic. And what is so unique about your business?
As I said, I thrive when people are successful. So I get definitely being a woman who has a nurturing EQ, as we call it in our education system, which is emotional quotient. So basically, interpersonal skills and nurturing nature are core to us. So when someone is going up and reaching up to their potential, definitely gives me a kick. And achieving our goals, whatever goals we have applied or set for ourselves, achieving them within the time limit definitely makes me happy and successful.
Fantastic. So, working with humans for humans, right?
Exactly.
What are the most important things, to progressing you as an owner, as a director of your business?
Sorry, can you repeat that,
So,
please?
what are the most important things to you? So, to progress as the owner or director, of your business.
um, Networking, knowing people, and basically your customer service speaks for you. Creating the right rapport with your customers, creating the right brand for yourself, speak for yourself, and definitely standing up for yourself makes you a different in amongst your competitors. That's what I would say.
Wow, fantastic. We are resonating what we also spoke yesterday in the interview, creating right relationships with customers, educating customers, and branding, of course, learning from other successful businesses as well. So some, make or break moments in your career. We can start with your make moments.
My first make moment was starting off my career on a foreign land itself. I was a fresh engineering graduate, and just simply got married like a typical Indian girl. And after a year in South Africa, we moved to UK, and I started volunteering for good causes because I was not sure, due to maybe less confidence that whether I would get end up in a job or not. But after a week of volunteering only, they thought I was overqualified for the work I was doing, and straight away started working with the CEOs and the ministers in UK. And it was a social NGO where I used to work, and it reminds me of my first job when I joined CIM SME. We had similar kind of setup, and definitely it is giving me good memories and good vibes that I am on the right track.
Fantastic, fantastic. So Deepti, you are the state director for inclusion and diversity. So we would like to hear from you. Why is gender balance, and having a more diverse workforce important?
I feel the day before yesterday, I was reading a research on diversity, and my husband also works in corporate field, and we were discussing, and a research suggests that if there was less than 20% of diversity in the organization, the productivity goes down by 80%, which is a staggering number if you see it this way. And if you increase the diversity roles by 50% or equality, I would call it rather than equality, equity should be the word, uh, the stakes go high of productivity, efficiency, and definitely you get to know how employees engage with the company. So diversity is the way forward. Rather than opposing it, people must or corporates must embrace it. That's the word I would like to say.
Fantastic. The equity part of it is really very encouraging. It has a positive impact on your bottom line. That's important. Factors like multiple perspectives, wide talent pool, enhanced collaboration. It's a good mixture of female and male partners that allows for better career progress, sustainable promotions as well, motivation, and good retention. That's absolutely fantastic, Deepti. So what made you choose this type of business?
Um, uh, Before I joined engineering, I had faced depression, and in those couple of decades back, people didn't used to go to a psychologist that often, and even parents struggle to identify whether the child is suffering from depression and why he or she is, and that gave me a reason to start studying neuropsychology and how health gets affected when you are not thinking right. And then eventually I retrained myself after working in IT. I retrained myself in the field of child and adolescent psychology and enhancing potentials. And definitely it has worked wonders when you change the way you think. So
Right.
along with thinking and behaving, you must do some physical activity also, which we are going to discuss in the next segment, right?
True. Yes. So I really liked, where you had mentioned that for you to understand self was the first step and helping others, to make their life better for good, and there are so many key factors that we have to take into account. So does your company help the community where it is located?
Yes, I do collaborate with schools, and as I mentioned, and we do help children, underprivileged children,
Right.
to how to study, because I do tell parents and advise students how to study. So once we had done a project for underprivileged children nearby where I live, and the results were staggering. Previously,
Mhm.
the results used to be 50 to 60%, and that year when we ran that project, it was prior to COVID era, and the result was staggering. 100% children had passed out. So definitely it gives you a sense of satisfaction when people do apply the suggestions whatever you are telling them.
Absolutely, absolutely. And Deepti, what kind of challenges have you experienced as a woman in business during your overall career, you can say?
um, uh, I think we women, even if we face challenges, we don't think them as challenges. We simply embrace them and integrate them as part of life. So what I with a sound support system as the backbone, any woman can achieve whatever she wants. So
Mhm.
whether losing my own brother, younger brother, in an accident just a week before I was due to get married, or yeah, losing a job when husband was not close to you. He was in India and I was in UK, and I had to resign. So these were definitely heartbreaking moments, but if you have solid backbone or solid system in the family, then you can achieve your dreams. That's what I would say.
Absolutely. Yeah. So family is so important, and they're such an integral part of what we do and who we are.
And
Any,
also,
yeah.
sorry, I would like to add one more thing is creating your own tribe. So
Right.
having girls who support girls, or having women who support women, I would like to call them girls, and you are one of them, right?
Yes.
So, we are always young at heart. So women supporting women definitely can impact and change the entire globe. That's what I personally believe in.
Right. So if you had one piece of advice, or maybe two, three pieces of advice to someone just starting out, what would it be?
First of all, believe in yourself. You
Right.
have to believe in yourself. There will be a lot of noise, whether it will happen or not. First of all, you have to ignore those voices and believing in yourself, creating your goal setting is most important thing you should do. Understanding your customers rather than working on a fluff, you should go do groundwork or grassroots level, as they say. You should work on grassroots level and definitely creating your own brand image. It
Wow.
helps everyone.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So do anything and everything possible to create that indelible mark, right? If I may ask, how did you make your first sale?
I started telling people what I am doing, and people, parents specifically, wanted more. What else they can offer and get for the betterment of their child. So rather than first sale, I would say first collaboration, because I feel to rule the world, you must collaborate. So
Absolutely.
I collaborated with the school in MP. I am from MP basically. So we did 2,000 students in first session of the school, and the results were staggering. That year, 80 students from 10th grade had scored more than 95%. And
Wow.
then it got rolled out to different schools.
Beautiful, beautiful. So you start sharing with friends and then family, and slowly you build communities.
Yes.
Fantastic. So, how did you get your credibility so quickly?
In order to get credibility, you must be genuine as a person.
Right.
So credibility is not fluff. So you have to have great interpersonal skills, and you must rather, you must deliver what you promise and within the time limit. As I said before, over prepared, you are never over prepared, you are under prepared. So if you are delivering things which you have promised, definitely it increases the credibility tenfold.
Wow, profound words, Deepti. For show and demonstrate respect to fellow team members, taking accountability of the task undertaken and clear communication. And that's what we all, as, even as entrepreneurs, we believe. Thank you so much. How did you develop key partnerships?
These go hand in hand, isn't it, Kusumji? Because
Yes.
whatever, having a clear understanding of what kind of work we do is, and building trust on that are the key foundation stone for any partnership, whether it is on personal level or on a corporate or a business level. So first is creating trust, creating same goals together, and at the same time understanding the strengths and weaknesses of each other and complementing each other. That's the key to move forward.
Absolutely. You nailed it. Trust, clear expectations, open communications, and transparency. That's what we are all about, even at CIM SME. So, how did you get funded? A question that probably a lot of people would like to hear. And what are the creative strategies you use to execute for a minimal cash flow?
Basically, I had my own kitty because I was working before. So fortunately, I didn't had to raise from the banks and take any loan for my work. It was just the work which I had to do was re-educating myself and get a degree in the field where I was venturing into. So that is the first question. And to answer the second one is, um, uh, sometimes we women are penny wise and pound foolish. So doing it all or being a superwoman, having a superwoman syndrome, creates problems for ourselves only. So delegating things which can be done by others and giving away some of the responsibilities and not putting too much pressure on getting things done perfectly are the key things every women entrepreneur must be looking into. So at least you must focus on progress rather than perfection. That's what I would like to say.
Great, yes. Focus on progress and not so much, in fact, together, progress and perfection, right? So thank you, great insights. What was your biggest mistake and how did you deal, to learn with failure?
As I mentioned before, that we want to do it all, and that slows us down very much. So and there is nothing wrong in saving your initiative when you are an entrepreneur, but doing everything definitely slows you down. You can delegate things like admin, or hiring a CA, and they can do the tax filing for you. And it definitely helps and saves you a lot of
Correct.
time where you can concentrate and serve your customers effectively.
So I so agree with you that, we think that we can do it all to save pennies, and spending, our time and activity can be outsourced. Very reflective. After all, failures are the greatest learning in every field of life, and time is the best teacher. If you were given a chance to restart your business, what would you do differently?
I think I'm repeating. And having a team together,
Right.
not doing it alone. As I said, collaboration is the key. So working in a team, working anyone, and also with the working with people effectively, more effectively, working with parents as well as students.
Wow. So it's important also to address the small things in order to make big things happen. So a few key points that I take from you is do it now. Where do I want to go? So in order to set meaningful goals within, the timelines I've set for myself, how do you balance work and life responsibilities?
Um, this work-life balance term has been coined roughly 2.5 decades ago, right? So corporates have been talking about this, and it it is it is an idea which says you have to trade off between the four major pillars of life, which is work, definitely your family or friends or home, we can say. Then we have um, self and community. Self includes your body, soul, and mind, and community includes your neighbors, your social workforce. So, I feel rather than balancing these, you should be integrating these in your life. So, trade off way of thinking isn't going to help anyone. Since pandemic, we all of us have been working from home, working for home. So so there is no home time or work time. We are all of us are working all the times, and so integrating or working or helping these pillars together will be the best way forward. Along with that, I feel that everyone must exercise mindfulness, which is a big thing these days. There are plenty of techniques which we can use, and you can Google them out, and even there are fantastic apps as well. Along with that, you must exercise. Even if 10 minutes of exercise definitely helps everyone. Also, we must as I said, we must regain the focus on activity, and you can do simple things like aromatherapy, or you have to give time to yourself and feel that Deepti or Kusum is happy in being herself. So we
Absolutely.
women are taking it hard. It is the hardest time for all women during the pandemic, and
Yes.
pampering ourselves is the key, I feel.
Absolutely, absolutely. And it's so important to establish boundaries, for work and personal life, giving dedicated time actually to both. And, I would like to add in 40 minutes of your exercise regime every day, and not just 10 minutes. I mean, you can always try the 40 minutes. It helps, it works.
Yeah, definitely it does. But 10 minutes includes, if you do 12 Surya Namaskars, only
Okay.
12. It, yeah, and without stopping. So it definitely helps your body, mind, and soul.
Right. All right. So, Deepti, who has been your inspiration? You've already spoken, of course, about your mom and, about Dr. Abdul Kalam. So, anything more you'd like to add? So, people on the way, it could also be our confederation. So, how did that help you?
Yeah, I would like to thank, and I feel grateful and honored to be part of CIM SME team. First of all, I joined in last April as a secretary in Pune district. But after knowing Santosh ji, who is so approachable, we had exchanged few ideas, and I got a chance and got selected as one of the global ambassadors. Uh, Along with yourself, Kusumji. So 10 of us have been identified as future leaders for DCPIT, and who has marked 70 plus countries within a year, which is staggering, isn't it? So I am humbled and honored to be part of this family where they want us to work and excel in our own fields and must become bestest version of ourselves.
Concepts.
So I feel whatever I personally want people to get from my services, someone like Santoshji and CIM SME team is offering me. So it
Yeah.
is, yeah. So it is nothing but an amazing relationship which we have got into together, and definitely it will be a better future to come. That's what I would say.
Yes, fantastic. Such wise words, Ms. Dipti. How will you help, lift other women entrepreneurs?
There are since we are getting trained how to personally brand ourselves, how to present ourselves and our ideas and new business ideas, tank, right? So you have to have all different types of goals and understand in and out understanding of your work. So everyone must do that. Do your homework first, and definitely I'm there to help you out with the outer covering. So the inner package has to be themselves. So for women entrepreneurs who are definitely wanting help, they can approach me. I can help them becoming more mindful, because I work in that field, become more confident and happy in their own skin, and other things like branding and how to approach people, that definitely I can signpost them to the relevant people.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. So, ladies and gents, what I hear so profoundly with Ms. Deepti Joshi, and we heard yesterday too, that to grow a business means you may have to face countless uncertainties, but do it with a smile. And it helps. Facing many challenges, handling newborns, make and many takeaways for all of us as women in business. So, failures are our greatest learning in every field of life, and time is the best teacher. Learning from other successful businesses, importance of mental health for children and for all of us. So, self care first, as Ms. Dipti says. About work life balance, Dipti says it is a trade off between four aspects of your life, work, home, family, community, which includes your neighbors, and social groups, and self, which has body, spirit, and mind. So suggests that integration should be the new way of living rather than the old way of trade offs. If two women are equally empowered, they will have mutual respect, right? So the fact that we are all different yet same, and we are stronger together, a single woman has a power, but collectively we can make an impact. Very impactful insights. So thank you and namaste, everyone. Until we meet again with our next powerful interview series of Brand India, Women in Business, a flagship initiative of GCPIT Global Council of Promoting International Trade and CIM SME, Confederation of Indian Micro, Small, Medium Enterprises. Thank you.